Welcome to Geeks of the Round discusses The Flash, Revenge of the Rogues. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and I almost got Charles. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Let's start with introductions. We'll start with Charles Whedon. How you doing, Charles?
I'm doing pretty good, and I gotta say, just this last night's episode of The Flash was pretty fucking awesome. I loved it.
Outstanding.
Yes.
And say hi, Isaiah.
Hello.
And how about you, Knuckles? How are you doing?
Good. I say forget about the Reverse Flash altogether. Just have Captain Cold on every episode.
Same here. Have Captain Cold. In
Yes.
prison break. He wants a
And
prison
Lou,
break.
how's the top of your head going?
The top of my head's doing just fine.
Okay, that's really all we're seeing. But what did you think of the episode? There we go. What did you think of the episode?
I really liked the episode. It was really cool watching the Prison Break boys.
Mm-hmm.
I just have one thing, and we'll discuss it later.
Okay. I've got to say myself that in a show that's had a lot of good episodes, this might have been the best. If it wasn't this one, it was the one that introduced Captain Cold. It's one of the two as the best episode of this season so far, which means this series so far.
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's talk about it. First off, we start off with a training montage, sort of, where
It was a
Barry
training
is
montage.
on the tarmac being shot at.
Cue the montage music.
Yes, exactly.
But it was really good though because he had a real purpose that he was trying to get himself better, more faster.
Yes,
It was
and
good.
I also thought that was very good because beforehand he was a little overconfident, thinking that he was actually like with these powers it gave him an advantage, and then he over time it's like with Captain Cold, where Captain Cold was able to get the better of him, and then also with Reverse Flash proving that he wasn't at his top speed, and I actually liked how Barry's character had evolved to say, like, yeah, I need to train more, I need to increase my speed.
Right.
But I gotta say, during the whole episode, with the scenes with Harrison Wells, I'm like, okay, what the fuck are you playing at?
Yeah, we have come to a realization that is technically a spoiler at this point. So I'd rather not us talk about that particular revelation if we can, just not to spoil it for the people who don't read the news all the time and just want to recap. So we're going to leave that alone. Just Harrison Wells is not what he says he is. Everyone knows that. So
Right.
Yeah.
And plus I was right too. I was right.
Damn it! You just spoiled it right there because all they have to do now is go back to the previous Hangout discussions of the Flash to find out what you actually said, and then like, oh, so that's what he meant.
They don't do that anyways. Who does that anyways? Who really does that?
Yeah, I don't do that.
Exactly.
Some people might.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. So there.
Exactly. You see what I
Okay,
mean?
so we'll leave it alone. We know
Okay.
what's going on with Harrison Wells. That's all.
Well, I get Barry's training and all that. That was cool. The missile scene and all that. But was Harrison Wells really thinking he was going to jump out his seat and do something? I know everybody saw him start standing.
The reason why he did that was in those situations where you're actually getting into the. It's kind of like when you're at a sports game and like it's really tense and your team is like you notice that your team had altered their strategy and they're getting close, and so you kind of like raise up from like the thing to get a better look at what's going on.
No, he wasn't doing that. I wasn't getting that impression.
No,
I was
he didn't.
getting that impression that he was going to go save his ass real quick and try to make it look like nothing ever happened.
Well, I guess that scene kind of does ruin the story. Does kind of give it away. So we might as well. Tom Cavanaugh, who plays Harrison Wells, has fully admitted that Harrison Wells is Reverse Flash. I'm dropping a pronoun in that particular sentence for a reason, because I don't believe that is the whole story. But he has said that he is Reverse Flash. Or his character is Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we're thinking, him standing up in his chair, we're thinking that he was going to race out there and save Barry. Like literally just run out there and catch the freaking missile or push Barry out of the way, and maybe zoom back to his chair before anyone
Would have
sees
noticed.
Yeah. Oh,
I
someone
don't
would have
know.
noticed. They would
My
have
thing-
seen him do it, but they wouldn't have realized that it was him if he did it fast enough.
For some reason, I'm getting this odd feeling that he's Barry from the future, going by an alias name, alias everything.
Well, that was I thought that was a theory that some of us actually had earlier in the season, and I thought we debunked that. Not because of who he is or what he appears to be, but from something else.
I don't know. I'm
Wait,
just
in-
getting
in-
that vibe
uh,
after watching last night.
In the episode that had the Reverse Flash, wasn't he in the same room with him?
Yes, but Reverse Flash is a time traveler, so that could have happened pretty easily, actually.
Oh. Okay.
You're like, oh.
Sorry, we have just confused Knuckles out of the conversation, apparently. With the opening of time travel, which I understand is part of the Flash mythos, it does potentially make this a relatively confusing storyline, depending on how they handle it. Hopefully, they'll handle it kind of like Back to the Future, and not any other time travel movie ever, because every other time travel movie fucks it up. Back to the Future kept it nice and simple. Ish.
Time Cop.
We'll know soon enough.
And then of course Barry runs towards a missile and ends up not only catching the missile, but this is what I found interesting. Then redirecting the missile in a perfect trajectory to hit the drone where the drone was going to be, not where the drone actually was, and that takes that's some pretty good video game skills right there.
It was cool.
Yeah. And so that was pretty awesome scene. From there, I think that's where we get introduced to reintroduced to Leonard Snart.
Yes.
We change scenes to where he blows a hole through a garage door by freezing it and then driving through it. And that's where we meet Mick, otherwise known as Lincoln Burrows.
Otherwise known as Psychotic.
Yes.
Well, he's an arsonist, so there's that.
Whether he's an arsonist or not, that man was fucking out there.
Is Isaiah with us? I don't think Isaiah was with us. I was going to have Isaiah do a rundown of the character. The character's name is Heatwave. He is an arsonist. Ended up becoming part of the Rogues Gallery. One of many people that are in the Rogues Gallery. And he ends up burning a large portion of his own body, and he considers that a good thing because he's psychotic. He does happen to, in this, kind of look like an oversized version of the Toy Man in Teen Titans. Remember the little kid who makes all the bad guy kid who makes all the cool robots in Teen Titans? No one. Okay.
I never watched Teen Titans.
I watched a few in between.
I also have never watched Teen Titans.
Teen Titans Go? Alright, I'll have to look up the character, but I mean, seriously, Mick looked like just an adult version of him, with the shaved head and the goggles and the whole 9 yards. I just thought it was pretty amusing. Let's see. But in any case, that's when, of course, they're like, okay, why aren't we stealing the cars, blah, blah, blah. And did anyone here have, any idea that maybe, all of this was part of Snart's plan?
It was what?
Was part of Snart's plan, Captain Cold's plan?
Yeah, because the way he set it all up was break in, not steal nothing. The way he was just listening to see if Flash was coming, and then once he knows he's not coming, let's get out of here. It just seemed all calculated.
Pretty much. It was actually
Everything
kind of
they
cool.
did was kind of calculated, with the exception of Psychopath. He just wanted to stay there and burn shit.
Yeah, and
Well, he wanted to steal the cars and get rich, but
well, also the funny thing is behind Heatwave. Well, it's Heatwave, right? Hope I said his name right.
Yes.
He reminded me of a character from a Spider-Man universe, but in a good way. He reminded me of Kraven the Hunter, who was pretty much obsessed with hunting the best things. Where Heatwave, he was obsessed with burning things down, like a pyromaniac, which he is. But it came to a really interesting obsession that he was talking about life itself with his own obsession. So it was really cool how he got inside his character's mind. Knowing like he was kooky. And these characters, let's be honest, these films are over the top, but I loved it when they were over the top because they were having fun.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, and I think that that's something that they're able to pull off in this show that they weren't able to pull off in Arrow, is you can't have characters that are that over the top in Arrow. I mean, the closest we really got to that I can think of is Deathstroke, because he's a little over the top, and
No,
I guess Malcolm Merlin is a little bit as well.
Vertigo's over the top.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Set the first count, the one that was killed.
Who cares? They all sucked. I don't care.
Peter Stormare's interpretation of Vertigo was pretty freaking awesome in my opinion.
He could be in prison. No one cares. Let's move on.
I'm sorry. Why are you attacking Charles? What did Charles say that was incorrect or wrong?
I gotta mention this. I have to mention this. All right, with Captain Cold and Heatwave, those two the actors that played them, they were from Prison Break. However, they are not the first actors from Prison Break to show up on Arrow or Flash.
No shit.
Clock King.
Clock
King, and then also Vertigo, the second Vertigo. Peter Stormare was also in.
That's right. That's right. He was the Russian guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I only know that because somebody posted a meme that actually mentioned it. I never watched Prison Break.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
So they go after Prison Break stars and Spartacus stars. Right on.
Cheap.
No, that's just it. Is it's not just those two anymore. They are adding a third TV show onto that, and that's the Tomorrow People. Because not only do we have Robbie Amell now.
Oh yeah, that was
that's not.
Robbie Amell, like the female lead of the show, is
Peyton List.
well, that show sucked. So
Yeah, I mean, no one really cares about the Tomorrow
thank you,
People.
Knuckles.
Tomorrow People started out really slow, but about halfway through the season, it got a hell of a lot better.
We can just stop. Okay, just stop.
But it wasn't good enough to save it on the. It wasn't good enough to save it even on the CW.
Well, look at it like this. I'm actually kind of happy that the show got canceled because now we have Robbie Amell and Peyton List on The Flash.
That's her name. Yes.
Well, again, that's not
In
saying
any
much,
case,
though.
it
That's
did
not
get
saying
to be a good show. It just couldn't pick up the people that it had lost.
We're trying to get the Heroes fans. We're trying to get the Heroes fan base. That's what it was. You know it's true. We're trying to get the Heroes fan base.
Somebody mute him, please.
You know I'm right.
That's just it. Is he can unmute himself if he wants.
Well, Matt, you have the authority to kick him from the actual hangout, so.
Yeah, but he's right.
That's okay. I didn't mute him. I just turned his volume all the way down, which I can do that instead, and he can't bring it back up. So, in any case, we end up having that scene where they realize the Flash isn't coming. Snart has not taken into account that the Flash has a life.
Yeah.
And like Snart, seriously, Barry didn't even hear about that fucking crime.
Right.
Until long after it had happened, and he was at the crime scene with the cops.
Right. And also with Snart, he was pretty much obsessed, like his friend said, you're obsessed with the Flash. And again, that reminded me of Dr. Hugo Strange, who was obsessed with Batman so much, like he wanted to become Batman himself. One time he did. And so this is actually a really cool scenario. It's not really, he's not really a doctor.
It
but
wasn't Hugo Strange.
Yeah, Hugo Strange. He was obsessed with
it was Hush.
No, you're
Hush.
missing. If you actually seen the comic books or the show that you read it, which you didn't, Hugo Strange was obsessed with Batman. That's just true. Hugo Strange wanted to be Bruce Wayne, not Batman. That's different.
That was, you know what? No,
Yeah,
no,
so be quiet. I know more about comic books. Be quiet. Sit down.
no.
Sit down.
Oh,
Sit
God
down.
damn it.
Sit down. Exactly. That's
Guess what, Charles? You're both right. If I remember the comics correctly, you're both right. Hush was obviously obsessed with Batman, but so was Hugo Strange, to the point to where Hugo Strange knows who Batman is and won't tell anyone.
Exactly.
Like, Hugo Strange is also obsessed with Batman.
Exactly.
In any case. In any case. So, where were we? Oh, obsessed with the Flash. That's just it. Snart ends up losing to the Flash, and I don't think he's willing to take that. I'm not willing. I think he's not willing to take the loss.
Right.
And so in this episode, he basically sets up a Xanatos maneuver where even if he loses, the game is still going. The game is still rolling. I think he made a concerted effort, an obvious, strong effort to take out the Flash, but knew if it didn't happen, that the game would still continue on.
Yeah, which was smart though. It was really cool.
So basically, you have them escape there, so they try something else. They end up stealing the painting. That doesn't get anyone's attention. Now, for the painting, this actually brings up some interesting story, because the Radcliffes, or whatever their fucking last name is, basically it's mentioned to them that their son tried to get a hold of them, and they're like, we have no son. Isaiah, act like you're smart. Tell us who their son is.
Oh man, I was trying to look that up before we actually came to the hangout.
It's the Pied Piper.
Oh,
It's our next major villain.
Oh, who give a fuck? Who cares?
Because that's just it. Is this story, the stealing of that painting, is specifically for the Pied Piper. I'm convinced of it. They did it. And Leonard Snart has been talking to this kid, and the kid said, "Hey, I'll join you if you steal this painting from my parents."
Okay, let's be honest with that painting. That painting was ugly as hell. Like, it was just red and blue. That's all it was. It was no different design. It was just red and blue.
There's a question that I want to ask about Pied Piper. I had read somewhere where Pied Piper actually is the boyfriend of Barry Allen and Joe West's boss, the captain of the police station.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of either.
I remember hearing a story for an upcoming episode of The Flash where the captain actually finds out that his boyfriend is a metahuman.
Oh, I didn't realize he was gay, but okay.
Yeah.
But sure, I don't think so because Pied Piper looks pretty damn young.
Okay, well I don't know. I'm just saying what I heard. We will
see. Yeah. But I'm convinced that they stole that painting specifically for the Pied Piper because the Pied Piper said to do so.
Really quickly, Charles, you are right, but it wasn't. It was for another detective. And yes, the Pied Piper is gay in the new 52 series, which is fine. But yes, that did happen.
I wasn't talking about the Pied Piper. I was talking about the captain. I didn't know the captain was gay.
I don't care about the captain. I'm talking about the Pied Piper.
No.
Well, here's the thing about Pied Piper is that I know how long it would take the Flash to jerk off everyone in the room, and I can
most of you are not going to get that joke, but that is from the TV show Silicon Valley, and you should watch it, especially that particular episode. That's the last episode, right?
Didn't it get canceled?
No, it did not get canceled.
Okay.
The last episode of season 1 is a must-watch for anyone.
And, obviously watch until that point, but that scene is probably the best scene. And it's rated PG-13.
Ah,
so
that's weird.
Youngins, stay away from that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, can we talk about another character, too? Is
Is it the character that we get introduced to right at the end of the episode?
Well, it's not a villain, per se. It's someone else.
Are we talking Firestorm that we'll get to eventually?
Yes.
We'll get there eventually, I promise.
Oh.
Okay, so then we have, let me see. We got Heatwave. We got them plotting against Barry, trying to get Barry to show up. Barry, of course, is busy, and he's trying to train.
Right.
Which during this entire series, this entire episode, which takes place over a 3-day period of time. We know because right at the beginning of the episode, they say 3 days until I move in. Right at the end of the episode, she's moving in with Eddie.
Right.
So we know it takes place over 3 days. During that time, Barry trains once, and only once. He's all like, I need to spend all my free time training. He trains once. And
Actually,
that's before he even says, I need to spend my free time training.
Actually, Matt, he's actually been training with the villains himself, too, because you can say he's fighting, but he's actually learning more about them and actually learning how to defeat villains who could be...
He specifically says, I'm not going to fight the bad guys so I can train to fight one bad guy.
Yeah, but
he's forced to fight the bad guys. We all know why, because, that particular scene there was just idiotic on her part.
Yeah.
Your car door gets frozen shut, but yet you're going to go try to open the fucking door.
Well, matter of fact, what's up with Cisco, too? Jumping in like, dude, that's a bomb. Why did you... Oh, dear Lord, Cisco, you're so lame.
Okay, but Cisco didn't know about the bomb. I can forgive Cisco's dumbness, not hers. Because, literally, Captain Cold shoots the fucking door, but yet she goes to the door, screaming like it's going to open.
Where's the mace
Really,
at?
where the fuck are you going?
Does she have mace or a rape whistle? She must have a rape whistle, right?
Really,
Mace,
what the hell is Mace going to do with glasses on?
Exactly, yeah, they have the
You
goggles.
can blind him. You never...
No, you can't.
And can I just say that Mace is still
man,
effective
I think in
even
logic.
if your eyes are covered? Because you put that shit in, you swallow it, it's just as bad.
Boom!
All it needs to do is get into your sinuses, and it will affect your eyes as well.
Thank you.
So I have a lot of experience with pepper spray.
So now what? Oh, a sizzle.
They live in a nice neighborhood. There wasn't no need for pepper spray around.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, hey, you
No,
got...
I used to sell it, and I used to demonstrate, like, where I sold it, I used to demonstrate exactly, like, what's in pepper spray. By, like, people would be like, would ask, and so I'd be like, well, here, I'll show you. And I'd put it on my Taco Bell and eat it right there. Because it's mostly hot peppers.
Oh, really?
That's what's in pepper spray.
Oh.
Hence the name. Mace. Mace, however, will fucking kill you. That stuff is dangerous. But pepper spray is mostly pepper.
Oh.
Pepper.
I just don't want to find out, so I don't care. I'll take your word for it.
Oh, come on. Come visit us, Lou.
I got some nice little
Maybe a
stuff
video.
for you guys to read in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. So let's see. What else? They eventually, of course, get Barry to show up after threatening all these cops' lives. Thankfully, Cisco had outfitted them with temperature-resistant shields.
Yep.
Which was kind of cool scene where Cisco actually talks to the cops and says, "This is, you know what? You shouldn't trust us, but we're trying to move forward here and we're trying to help you out. So fucking take it."
Plus,
I like that speech that Cisco did where he said, like, "May I have your attention, please?" And like, you already have our attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also it was kind of funny too. It was making a little reference to Ghostbusters as well. Like, or they should cross the stream. Hey, wait a minute. Have I heard that before? Oh yeah, Ghostbusters. It is wrong to cross the stream. You cannot cross the stream. That's
and
bad.
I liked how Harrison Wells said, like, yeah, it's also a ridiculously hilarious movie. Yeah.
And also,
Yes.
yes. And Cisco actually looked like the Ghostbusters a little bit. He looked like Ghostbusters when he had that gear on. Like, is it Ghostbusters?
That looked nothing like the proton pack, dude.
So may I just say that
You look like a
in this
goddamn
episode-
Terminator, not Terminator, Exterminator.
Exactly. He looked like the exterminator from Arachnophobia. That's what he looked like.
Ah, I'll take that. Yes.
So yeah. In any case, Cisco also says that it's amazing how scientifically accurate that movie is. There is no scientific accuracy in the movie Ghostbusters. None whatsoever.
Hey.
We
In
know.
an alternate universe, it can happen. In alternate universe, it can happen.
There,
Only in your head, Isaiah. Only in your head.
Hey,
although I would say this, I do want my own damn proton pack.
Proton pack?
Proton.
Pack.
I said proton.
Hey, since Isaiah lives in an alternate universe, you and him could go build one.
Exactly. You see what I mean? We're like Ghostbusters, son. The black and white version.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters are black and white.
But no,
Folks,
it'd be,
Three
everybody,
white guys,
folks.
one black guy, kind of
I'm
like
not-
this panel.
exactly.
I'm not with him. So yeah.
You'd be like, Ghostbusters gonna be called Yin and Yang Ghostbusters.
Oh Christ! Why?
We keep Isaiah on here the same way that they keep what the fuck is his name? Winston. The same reason they keep Winston, because they need a fourth guy.
Exactly.
That's why we keep Isaiah around here.
You know it's a good joke, so stop hating. You know it's a good joke.
In any case, and of course that ends up where Snart's all like, come out, wherever you are, we're going to expose you to the world. You kind of have to, or else we're going to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, but that's not like.
And we're going to kill Caitlin.
Yeah, but that seems like a stupid idea because you want the people in the public to know about the Flash, which will build his notoriety and trust in the people. So it seems like I didn't get that part of the plan. Like, okay.
I think, again, I do. I have a pretty decent idea. I think I have a pretty decent idea of what's going on. I think that not only did Snart have to convince, say, the Pied Piper to join in, but I think he needed to prove to them that this person that he's obsessed about even exists.
Yeah.
And I think that was what the whole thing was, is that the Pied Piper didn't know that this guy was real. Neither did the character that we see at the very end. Like, no one knew for sure that they existed. So the only person he was able to really get in was Heatwave, because he could convince Heatwave to make bad decisions and basically join in the cause without knowing what the whole plan was.
Yeah, but Heatwave and Captain Cold was actually one of the best things about this whole episode itself, because they had good chemistry. Because thanks to Prison Break, you're like, am I watching Prison Break again? Nah, that's actually a good Prison Break episode. Hey, it has a Flash. Hey, that's nice. Because it was still interesting, because it was like hot and cold. One was calm, one was always hot-headed. So it was actually kind of neat.
All right.
Okay.
I'm considering trying something else out next time he goes on a tirade. Remind me, guys. I've got an idea. In any case, they end up having that particular battle. He tries to get them across the streams. He does not get them to cross the streams. And in the meantime, basically, he's finally able to do it by basically running not as fast. And so they shoot at him, and that's how he gets them across the streams.
Well, actually, Eddie saved them.
Well, yes, Eddie saved him in the middle, and then, of course, he then turned around and saved Eddie, like, right after.
Yeah, which is cool, though. It was really cool.
Well, my question is about that particular scene. Is that when Eddie went to the Flash's aid with that shield, that temperature-resistant shield, did he like completely forgive and forget what the Flash did to him when he was under the control of the Rainbow Raider?
Yes.
I don't think so.
How does somebody like Eddie, being a good cop, forgive something like that?
It's easy, dude. Easy.
I don't think he did.
First Flash.
No, fool. If he forgave him, it's more for the fact that he needed to be saved to help win this fight.
Right.
Because those cops really had no fucking chance of stopping the dynamic duo known as Cold and Heat.
All right, I'm going to ignore how stupid that particular sentence was.
Oh, come on. You don't get it, Whedon. You really don't get it.
I get it. I just didn't think it was funny.
I think that he saw that the Flash was trying to help these people, and that the Flash was putting his life in danger. So maybe he did. Maybe he's all like, you know what? That might have been some sort of random. Maybe he was brainwashed. Maybe that wasn't him. Obviously, there's another fucking speedster out there. Maybe it was someone else.
Right. That's why I think like he wasn't thinking, because he got over his grudge over the Flash when he actually saw Reverse Flash, who was pretty much more faster and pretty much very, very evil.
I'm never going to be able to convince Isaiah that saying the words more and then any word that ends with ER after it is redundant, but okay.
Yeah, you should know me by now.
It's like it's more better.
Isaiah, let me teach you the definition of redundancy.
Well, I am the definition. I'm the book of redundancy, man. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, there's no one more awesomer than Isaiah.
Hey, now. There's a lot of cool things in Isaiah. Because I am that definition.
Please do not feed the fucked up Isaiah logic.
New trick.
See what I mean? You see what I mean? See, this is what I'm talking about, folks. I'm redundant.
All right. Oh, wait. That's the wrong trick. Here's my trick. It's now the Isaiah.
Oh, fine, it's my show. Thank you, folks. Now we can talk about the good stuff. Now. Now. Oh, you guys are back? Crap.
Yes, we're back. Matt's not going to get... Yeah.
You didn't take advantage fast enough, Isaiah. You had a chance.
I was enjoying the moment. I was enjoying the moment, damn it. I was enjoying yes, it's my own show again. Yes.
All right, so let's get to Firestorm.
Yes.
Isaiah, go on your Firestorm story. Go ahead.
Yay! You can see it.
Caitlin and Barry, they figure out who Firestorm is, and go.
Oh, right. So, Caitlin did some really interesting research on the whole Firestorm program, which Barry Allen did help her with because it was like an 800-page long. And so, she got in touch with a person who pretty much wrote up, not really wrote up, but pretty much what's those scientists called?
May I interrupt?
Yes.
Caitlin did absolutely no useful help research whatsoever.
Hey, I was
All
trying
she did was have the page up.
Okay, I was trying to be helpful. Okay, I'm trying to be nice to her. She's not that interesting.
Barry did all the work. He told her that it was an acronym, and he actually read the paper. She did crap. Go on. Continue.
That's true. So
Let's sit in a chair.
Right. That's actually true too. So I was being nice. So Caitlin actually went out.
I mean, she typed it in.
Well, yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh, so she contributed so
Yeah,
much.
she typed in the acronym.
Right. But
she must be exhausted in typing in that short word.
Okay, now for the black guy's turn, because everyone keeps cutting me off because I'm black.
Quiet, you.
See what I mean? See what I mean? The black stallion over there. You see what I mean? Anyways, folks. Now, when Kate was doing a little research on the Firestorm project and the person behind it, she got in touch with one of the people behind it, and his name was Jason Russ. Hope it says his name right. And Jason Russ, okay, anyone had not read a comics before, he is part of the Firestorm himself, like the whole entity behind the Firestorm, committee. And so, yes, he's gonna be a superhero down the road, and yes, he was black, a black superhero, yay! In the future.
Technically, we already have a black superhero.
I know me.
It's Diggle on Arrow.
Okay, for one, that doesn't count because he has no costume.
No, if he doesn't have a costume, he's not a superhero. Sorry.
Exactly. Thank you, Matt. So be quiet, Whedon. Shut up. Anyways.
Call him the Black Rider and leave it at that.
Wow. Really?
Wow.
Wow.
He's the rider of the van.
Wow.
The chauffeur.
This is why we don't talk
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I saw him driving Miss Daisy last week.
Right, so, again, Whedon, this is why this is like Clerks all over again. This is like Clerks all over again. But anyways.
The butler.
Anyways,
it's like, who are you? I'm the butler.
Anyways.
I'll fetch your food.
But with Jason,
he's about to kill us all. He's about to send us all dirty bombs. He's about to kill us all because we keep interrupting him.
If that was the case, he'd have to play Clash of Clans.
It's time to serve some justice.
So, Jason, he explained more about the Firestorm project was really about, and we got to learn more about the mythos behind the Firestorm powers and how it became this way. And so I hope we get to more details.
I'll be your driver to jail.
Right. And so this was actually a better introduction, unlike how that other asshole was.
Okay, first off, we did not get the Firestorm powers. The only Firestorm powers we know for sure is that he flies. Jason Rush, whatever his fucking name is, did not explain to us what his powers are.
No, he didn't get the powers. He was explaining the whole mythos behind it.
No, Firestorm's powers currently is to fly, like you said, but he can also shoot fire out of his hands and his whole body.
It's not just fire; it's matter as well. Manipulate matter and molecule at a very small.
No. It's just from. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I accept what you're saying.
I looked it up. I know what it is. I see it.
From what we have seen so far in Flash, it's just some guy who happens to be like a cheap knockoff of the Human Torch.
Oh, okay, that's true too. But come on, man, Firestorm is more than that. He has more power, son.
Not yet, because I'm pretty sure that he hasn't developed all of his powers
His powers
yet.
already came with him. He's like Superman. He's already powerful.
I'm sorry, son, but you
Okay,
blinded me
so
with
the point
your
was
glasses
not what
reflection.
powers he has. The point was you said that Black Boy, I forgot his name, Jeffrey Rush, Jason Rush, explained what Firestorm's powers are.
No,
He did not do that because he
the
doesn't
project.
fucking know the
The
Firestorm's a real
project.
person.
You see, this is what I mean. You guys
He
are
did not
interrupting
explain the
because I
powers
can't
because he
explain
doesn't
it.
know that it's living.
Because he was explaining the project, not the powers, the project, and the idea behind it.
You're the one who said he explained the powers.
No, he explained the mythos behind it, not the powers. You wasn't listening to me because you keep interrupting me.
Ah!
He doesn't know about the powers because he doesn't know Ronnie's alive!
Isaiah, you said that he explained what Firestorm's powers.
No, the project.
That is
The project.
You can watch the tape later.
We'll get to a long conversation about this.
You can watch the tape later. In any case,
I'm right anyway.
So yes,
you're right. So let's leave it like that.
In any case, so that's what we know about Firestorm, and right after that, Caitlin gets kidnapped.
Yeah, who cares about her? Who cares?
Yeah. What else do we have? Oh, Barry ends up moving in with his pops again, not his real pops, but his
pops.
Yeah.
Joe West.
Pops. Thank you, Joe West. I have had a couple of beers, don't mind me. But that's really not a big deal. He ends up almost like making friends again with Iris. So that's kind of cool, to where it's no longer quite as weird. And what else? I think that's just about it, other than the breakout right at the end.
Where Captain Cold, where Heatwave was actually getting all pissed with Captain Cold saying like, was this like your plan, getting us locked up? And then all of a sudden they hear all kinds of commotion going outside the prison transport.
Breaking up robot style. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just, am I good now?
No.
No.
All right, somebody say it in my stead.
Isaiah, tell us about the glider chick.
The glider.
Golden glider.
Yes, about Snark's sister.
Oh, I don't know about her. What do I care? What do I care?
Okay.
I don't care about her.
He has the ability to skate across any surface.
Oh my god!
Any surface, including air, motherfucker.
Oh,
in other words, she can fly. And she obviously has a cold gun because we see it in the scene, which means she has Snark's abilities plus some.
That is so
better than Aquaman.
That's true too.
Well, New 52 Aquaman is actually not that bad.
That is true as well.
Let's not go there. That can turn into a major thing. It already has in the chat.
Yeah. Thanks to Namor, because everyone's like, "Oh, Namor sucks." Please.
So now we have 3, probably 4 of the rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we think is coming up next? If we've got Snark's sister, whose name I'm forgetting, it's something maybe Golden Glider or some stupid name like that.
Golden Glider, yes, it's Golden Glider.
That sounds so stupid. Oh God.
But
And then,
one rogue that I really hope they don't bring in, Mirror Master, because I mean, come on, that name is fucking horrible, dude. I mean,
that's one of his villains. That's one of Flash's major villains. Sad to say.
He shoots like laser beams out of fucking mirrors.
That's the point. That's his other greatest villain.
How is that a metahuman power?
Dude, don't question it. It's just that stupid. It's just that stupid. And also, we forgot to touch on Dr. Wells. Did I say his name right?
Yes.
Harrison Wells. We talked about him for like 10 minutes at the beginning of the hangout.
Well, I have to.
I think you might be mistaken with the other Dr. Wheels.
Oh, you mean Cripple Legs? You mean fake Cripple Legs? Yes, fake Cripple Legs.
Or a Willis.
Exactly. Or Willis. Exactly. Like Willis. There we go. Anyways, Willis. Actually,
son of a bitch.
Actually, Willis told Cisco Network to shut up with the names. Like, just stop. Just stop with the names. You just need to stop.
He's done that multiple times though. Cisco's still gonna do it.
Yeah, but he needs to stop. He's not funny. He's just not funny.
Oh,
Except
there is
they
one.
all stick. All of his names have stuck. Well, almost all of his names have stuck.
There was one thing I wanted to mention that was going on between Cisco and Wells earlier in the episode where they were still looking for Snart, where Wells was actually talking to everybody saying, like, we're going to have to catch cold and all that. And then Cisco was going like, ah. And then Harrison Wells was like, yes, Cisco, I know. I heard it as soon as I said it. And I thought that was one of the funniest moments in the episode. I thought
You're
that was
talking about
hilarious.
Heatwave, too. You're talking about Heatwave. Like, oh, about Heatwave? No. Shut up. Sit down. No.
Well, that's just it. Is Harrison Wells at the beginning of the show didn't have a whole lot of a sense of humor, but he's really becoming one of the funnier characters.
He's more
Even
interesting,
as, we know that he's probably going to be our bad guy, our main bad guy. Most likely.
If you're a fake cripple, you're a bad guy. It's true. It's true.
What if you're a fake black man, Isaiah?
Hey, you're 10 times evil. Actually, that did happen one time. One person robbed a bank as a black person. It was a mask.
Oh, thank God he's digitizing because I can't understand a word he's saying. Thank goodness.
What was that movie from the 80s called? Where he goes to...
Yeah, Soul Man. That was so racist. Oh, God.
No, that was great.
Of course you think it was great.
Was that the movie with blackface?
Oh, dear sweet
Yes.
Jesus, Weeder.
Yes.
You that dense.
Oh, my God. I've heard about that movie. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it.
Okay, Blondie, thank
It's
you,
not
Blondie.
it's not racist.
Yeah, it's not racist.
You would think
Like-
that it's racist because it's blackface, but it's
Don't
about a
be
guy who can basically it's a guy who cannot get into college unless he happens to be black. So
That's pretty much racist. And that's
That
the
is
problem.
blackface.
how is that racist? If that's racist, it's reverse racist, if anything. 'Cause
Okay,
it's
okay,
about
if it was reverse racist,
a
it
white
wouldn't
guy
be
trying
racism.
to get a break that he'd be able to get if he were
I
black.
can't breathe.
Again, let's be honest here. If he had to get a college because he had to be black, that's a little bullshit. Like, no, not so much.
Wow.
bullshit.
We
It was
went
a-
from
it was a
talking about
scholarship.
an awesome
It was-
comic book TV
It
show
was the only
to a movie
scholarship.
involving blackface.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It was the
I
only
think you're
scholarship
remembering it
left.
right. Yeah, I think that might
the
have
only
been it.
scholarship that was left, and he had to do it. Like, what was the other
Yeah.
option? Not go to college.
Yeah, not go to college because that sounds so fictional. It's not fun. Well, it was kind of funny because that's bullshit.
All right, so do we have any wild speculations? Because I know I do.
I do too.
All right, go for it, Isaiah.
All right, folks, here it is. I'm not gonna get caught, am I? You're not gonna interrupt me, are you? Are you?
Just talk.
Thank you. Now shut up, everyone. Anyway,
You just interrupted yourself, motherfucker.
you just did it now. Thank you. Anyways, back to me, to the awesomeness of Isaiah.
Buckle up. This is gonna hurt.
Exactly. Anyways, we're gonna get more and more awesome information about the Firestorm program.
Okay, everybody make sure not to interrupt Isaiah, all right? No interrupting of Isaiah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then down the road, we're gonna see
I
Firestorm.
am totally not interrupting right now.
I'm sorry, that's still funny. Okay. All right, now, finally.
What?
All right, enough.
You know the funny thing? I'm not really mad, I'm just laughing so hard because it's funny. Anyways,
What?
I think
All right, yeah, we've stretched it out as far as we could. Yeah.
we're gonna see more people come out the woodwork talking about the Firestorm project, and we're gonna see Dr. Buzz become more interested in that project because he might think that's actually going to hurt his own agenda. Well, quote unquote, we don't know what his agenda is moment. So he's gonna make some other interesting plans about this if it does come up more and more, the Firestorm project and pretty much the team itself. So he might get some people to do some, I'm not gonna say everything else because that's a spoiler. And pretty much Flash is going to become, well, he's not really that fast because he can't outrun a laser because lasers are pretty much close to the speed of light. So because he needs more training. So we might see more of that, more training to come with lasers.
But no, I have a wild speculation. It's also related to Firestorm as well. Is that Dr. Stein? I think is his name. The guy that was in charge of.
Frank. Yeah, I remember Frank. Frank Stein.
I don't know if you're messing with me or not. I don't know, but
Oh, dear Lord.
just the doctor that was in charge of the Firestorm project. We all know what happened to him. We all know why he disappeared. His consciousness basically merged with Ronnie, so it's actually two people in the same body.
Ooh, she didn't told that? Ooh.
Yeah, and so I think that Dr. Stein, I'm just going to call him Dr. Stein because that's the name that I know him as, he is going to be a dick.
That's
A
nothing
complete,
new.
a complete and utter dick. I mean, he's going to be an asshole to everybody, including Ronnie.
Like some
'Cause
people we know.
Exactly.
It's just the reason why I think this is that when she was at when he I don't know if it was Caitlin that mentioned this or if it was that that other guy, that Jason guy.
Jason, the black guy. Jason.
Yeah, he had let's just say Jason. He had mentioned that this Dr. Stein he did not believe in taking baby steps. That he was very rash. He didn't like to take things slow. He liked to just get in straight into it, which when it comes to science and stuff like this, that can be a bad thing. And so I think that speaks to him being arrogant, egotistical, and self-obsessed, possibly.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Isaac, you need to stop expecting us to remember black people's names. Okay, Isaac?
I know, right? Well, you say my name wrong. It's actually Izzy. You gotta say it correctly. You gotta say it correctly.
No, I'm not calling you Izzy. I'm not. Fuck that. No, I ain't saying
I'll call
that
you
again.
Jizzy.
Hey, that'd be like
Oh,
close to Jay-Z.
Oh, god
Close to
damn it,
Jay-Z.
man.
Oh,
Oh.
it's pretty much not that bad.
No, it just means you jizz all the time, like all over yourself.
If it's Jessica Langley, yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty much true.
Jay
It's
Izzy.
Jessica Langley, yes.
You see.
Jizzle.
Yes.
Jizzle fizzle.
Yep, just give me Jessica Langley. We good to go. We good to go.
God,
Jizzled all over
ew.
his fizzle. He jizzled all over his fizzle.
Exactly.
Hold that thought, guys.
While playing with his whistle.
I don't know why Blondie did that. I don't know why.
All right. Anyone else have a wild speculation?
Because he didn't like the word jizzle.
Yes. So my wild speculation is something I said when actually last hangout for the Flash, is there is more than one Reverse Flash. Harrison Wells is Reverse Flash. He's not the only Reverse Flash. We are going to see more.
Or he's double
No.
Reverse Flash.
Or his Android.
Well, do we
He's an
think
Android. Are you
that
using iOS or Windows?
do we think that Harrison Wells is the Reverse Flash that killed Barry's mother?
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh,
He
Possibly,
killed
yeah.
the mama to make him stronger.
exactly.
I think
To
he
give
I
him
think he
sense
killed
of
Barry.
purpose.
That is it.
Or
is-
maybe-
is- I'm wondering if Harrison Wells if he was not wheelchair bound until he met Barry. I'm wondering if he isn't getting the fact that he can walk and the fact that he's going to become Reverse Flash. Maybe he's getting that ability. Maybe he's siphoning that somehow from Barry. Siphoning Barry's speed.
Like maybe in that episode with the man in the yellow suit, where at the end he was saying "Merry Christmas," but that wasn't something to Barry. That was saying "Merry Christmas" to himself.
To the suit.
Yes,
God.
obviously, and he had added something to that suit.
Yes,
But
he
the
gave
thing
the
he
suit
had
a
added to
present.
that suit, you saw that there was some sort of matrix on the chest. That could be saved up Speed Force.
That was his Christmas gift to himself.
Exactly. Oh, sweet
So
Jesus.
I'm thinking that he is getting Barry to get up to speed to get more powerful, so he himself can become more powerful.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
We'll see.
Which is stupid.
Why not? I mean, if he had snuck something into the
Maybe he's Reverse
uniform?
Flash from the past, and he hasn't killed Barry's mother yet.
That's interesting. I will actually go with that.
I think Knuckles is trolling us.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I'm okay with that.
You're okay
All right,
with
do we
that.
have anything else? All right.
Oh, wait, we
In
got one
that
more thing,
case,
one more
I'm
thing,
gonna
one more
wrap
thing,
things up.
One more thing. We got one more thing. One more thing. We proved one thing. The Flash.
All right, we shouldn't interrupt Isaiah this time. All right.
Okay, I will be sure not to interrupt Isaiah right now. No way is that going to happen. I get 100% guarantee that will not happen. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Yes, go ahead, Isaiah.
Also,
You can start
one
at
more
any
thing,
point.
Isaiah. Don't fuck this up.
Too late. Okay. So Knuckles is right, folks. The Flash doesn't poop. There you go.
Does he jizz?
Oh.
No.
All right, so in any case, let's wrap this up. www.geekstheround.com, youtube.com/geekstheround. Like us, subscribe to us, all that other fun stuff if you haven't done so already. Keep your eye out because there are a couple changes on the way. Hopefully good stuff. We'll see. Check us out tomorrow where we talk about Arrow. And then check out yesterday's hangout about Sleepy Hollow. Check out all our stuff. We do a lot of different stuff, and it's definitely worth watching. Catch you next time. And